It is easy to sign a renewal document and just sort of look the other way and not think about it. And that's okay if that's what you're comfortable with. But if you really want to get the best deal, you need to shop this around. So the first thing I tell people is contact a mortgage broker. Big banks are fine, but they only have a limited number of options to give you, maybe 4 or 5, and all of those options benefit the bank more than you. So what I say is find an independent mortgage broker. If you need somebody, I work with some really terrific people. I can certainly refer you. But the bottom line is whoever you talk to, find an independent mortgage broker that can deal with all the big banks, all the lenders, all the credit unions, and they will come back to you and they will say, that rate is okay, but I actually found a couple of different rates for you that are better. And that really matters because even if you're only talking about a 0.25% difference in the interest rate you're being offered and another one that your mortgage broker comes to you with, that could translate into tens of thousands of dollars on your mortgage. So every tiny bit of advantage you can get when you're renewing your mortgage, huge, huge money. So let's talk about timing. Ideally, you really want to be starting this process between 4 and 6 months before your mortgage is due for renewal. That would be pretty straightforward because mostly your lenders are going to come to you within that period of time and try to lock you in as soon as possible. That's a big benefit to them because it makes them a lot of money. If you can start 4 to 6 months in advance, that's great. But the reality is most of us are pretty busy. That might be tough. So I would say the sooner you can take a look at it, the better, because every day that goes by could be a day that your mortgage broker is negotiating for you to get a better rate. So get this in the hands of the people that really know what they're doing and give them the information you have. And then at least you can make a decision and a determination about the next 2 or 3 or 5 years that you're signing up for. You can make that decision with all the information. One of the questions I get all the time when I'm working with mortgage brokers is, how do they get paid? Do I have to pay them? Mortgage brokers typically will get compensated by the lender, which is the bank or the credit union or the mortgage company or whomever is providing your mortgage for you. Now, that's really good because that means that they're getting well compensated to protect your interests, which I love. So there's no downside there. Okay. So far, we've talked about finding out how much you owe on your current mortgage, what your future interest rate is going to be when you renew this year, and what those payments look like. We've talked about speaking to a mortgage broker, a licensed professional, to help you sort your way through this thing and go and fight for some really good rates for you. Let's say you get to the end of all of that, and it's still not quite making you happy in terms of how much money you now need to be spending on your mortgage. There's a couple of other things that you can do. One is you can talk to your mortgage broker about extending your amortization.